Hello, I'm Mark Childhouse, and because things on the internet seem to lose their date references pretty easily, today is Monday, October 13th, 2025, and I looked at my artificial intelligence thing that Google provides me, and it says today is Columbus Day, federal holiday. It's observed today, and that it is also a federal holiday in some states and cities for Indigenous Peoples Day. Federal holidays for all states and cities. Now they don't have to observe them, but anyway, Indigenous Peoples Day, which I agree with, not a problem. It's not a federal holiday, and you can't have federal holidays selectively for states. Okay. On Sunday, September 29, 2025, we did the Grand Canyon Railway from Williams, Arizona to the southern rim of the Grand Canyon. Took the Grand Tour with the tour bus company, rode with Joe on bus 1273, and then took the train back to Williams, Arizona. The train ride was fantastic. We took first class up there, because I wanted to, and we took coach back. I will tell you that the lunch was $20 a person. When we made the reservations, I asked the person that I was talking to with the company, I said, I'm celiac, gluten allergy. What's going to be the lunch? Because we're paying $20 additional for the lunch. And the answer was, oh, it's buffet style, so you'll have no problems. Forget it. Let me tell you, the lunch, if you're celiac or vegetarian, is unsat. That's pure and simple. A tasteless, and I think in the video I said lettuce, a tasteless broccoli salad, and I mean tasteless. I don't know what it said. It was broccoli salad. I think that's what it said. Wild rice and corn on the cob, and that's it. We asked the guy who was directing the lines, you know, hey, celiac, gluten-free, food allergy. And all we got was, hey, how about a word? So, anyways, the train ride was fantastic. The staff was on the train was fantastic. Parking is free in front of the Grand Canyon Railway Hotel. So let's get on with the video. The video runs for almost an hour, and as the recent train videos, it's a lot of trees, a lot of rocks, a lot of ground, some livestock. This had some weather. The canyon was fogged in, clouded in for much of our visit, so that was disappointing. But we've been to the canyon before. We do love the Grand Canyon. And we weren't there so much for the Grand Canyon as we were there for the railroad. And the railroad didn't let us down. Really nice equipment, really clean, really well taken care of, very well staffed. So I just disagree with the lunch thing. Thanks. Hope to see you. I'm probably going to narrate this one a little closer than I have the previous ones because I was trying to get them out. And how do you talk about rocks? This is the entrance to the Grand Canyon Railway and Hotel. It's a big complex. There is free parking for the riders on the railway and the hotel guests. And in the parking area is this Baldwin locomotive, and I think it's displayed improperly. This thing is designed to go up and down a very distinct slope, and that's why its boiler is at that weird angle, and underneath there is a gear for what's called the rack, and the rack goes between the rails on these slopes, and the gear engages the rack and goes up the slope, goes up the track without slipping, because you have a gear and gear tooth and valley, however you want to describe it, interlock. Kind of cool. Amazon. So you got there were rail cars parked around the area that you could view. They were all closed. You weren't allowed to get in them. And our train was parked on the rails waiting. I think it was our train, I'm not sure. And they have this 15-20 minute long stage show that I'm going to let you run through part of it before the trains go, and these guys are going to later show up on the train. Interesting, amusing. Kids liked it. The jokes were funny, and whatever.
The moment you've been waiting for. Man, multitasking. and this is the wedding ring. Now let me show y'all in Arizona. Divorce. Now that I'm newly divorced, do any of you single ladies want to tie the knot? Nobody? No takers? I guess that's you're not going to purpose only. Hope I don't see my cousin on the velvet opera the next meeting. It's all about quiet. Has that happened to you before? Now it's time to whip it. Whip good.
This train allowed us to change classes, so we paid for first class going up to the canyon, and we took coach on the way back. And this is we're boarding and we're getting underway out of Williams, Arizona, headed to the southern rim of the Grand Canyon.
East side, on the left-hand side of the train here, you can see all these extra train cars that are not currently in use. So if they have a number on them, they are a coach car. If they have a name on them, they're a first-class car. And then for the green and blue ones, those are our Pullmans. So those are the oldest passenger cars in our fleet. They were built 1923, same year as the 4960 steam engine. Those ones specifically are the ones that we use for the Polar Express. It is the same type of train car that you can find in the Polar Express book. We run the Polar Express the last 7 weeks a year. We do have one Pullman on day train. We will only ever have one Pullman on day train at a time because they were built in the 1920s and they don't have air conditioning. So they do get very, very warm. But they are very pretty. So that one will be taken off just a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks. So they can use it.
Oh, the Arizona Steakhouse restaurant has a signature logo here.
Alright, as I mentioned earlier, the conductor will make some announcements, so make sure you're paying attention to what he has to say, and then after that I will be allowed to open up the buffet and also the bar, because it does not count as day drinking if you don't start at 9:40 in the morning. I do have some notes about the buffet table. First of all, there is hand sanitizer on the wall across from the table there, and please keep...
Here we go, get us a Coke.
I guess because we went on the break.
We're about 20 minutes north of Williams, Arizona, headed to the south rim of the Grand Canyon on the Grand Canyon Railroad, just riding along and enjoying the ride. I think we're being pulled by an F40 EMD locomotive. We're not steam, and we are in a first-class car, just motoring along. Go ahead.
We're not on sale.
Yeah.
Go on.
Like, I got rid of you.
I did.
Because I can't be lost.
This is a personal comment. I don't think I could afford more than one grandkid.
Let me see yours.
They're worth it.
Yeah. Well, we stopped at 3 kids because at that point the back seat was full.
We stopped at 3 too, but then we had an accident.
It's better than yours. No, it isn't. Way better. No.
Well, doing all our moves with the Navy, keeping the trunk empty was a requirement.
Hey. Got my mom. I got a full rest. Yeah, can you only go to full rest? And I got a view that can't be lost. So can you come and sit with me for a little bit? No. Here I am. Now you're gonna be.
Back in your seats.
Why?
Back in your seats.
Why? We can move around.
Who said that?
It's raining off in the distance in the video that's coming up, and it would later be raining at the south rim of the canyon.
That was Justin Bieber. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming with us. This is the 310 to you. Yeah, because we went to the Grand Canyon yesterday, day before. We want to go somewhere different. Here's where we're going. It's Twilight Zone. You ever been there? It's called Seattle.
Twilight Zone.
Hamburger on the hoof? No, that's a steer. You eat a steer.
Well, we're going to do an Arizona song now, and you can pretend like you're from Arizona. And when I say yippee-yi-yay, you jump up and go, yeah! Well, the cowboy changed your ways to deal with this human tide. Are you ready? Yippee-yi-yay!
Yeah! Yippee-yi-yo! Ghost riders in the sky.
Now the band takes it. You play guitar?
I abuse the guitar.
Me too. That's what I've been doing the last half an hour.
You're doing a lot better than I am.
Right here is the solo, and I don't know it. But I have one that I learned on guitar here. Now I'll do it.
Okay.
I learned that on Guitar Hero. The next part goes. It's getting new now. Wait a minute, that's from London. Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce, Scream. 1967 picture it. I'm in college in Seattle, Washington. I go to see Cream. Wake up 2 days later.
A number of people had that problem.
You know what I did? I stood up and said, wow, man.
Where am I?
Let's go see the Grateful Dead now. As a rider's looked down by her,
He heard one the same.
if you want to see your soul from riding on our range, well then cowboy, change your ways today, with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd
Across the
across the
stormy
endless
sky.
sky.
And it's raining.
Yippee-yi!
Yippee-yi-oh! Ghost riders in the sky.
Ghost riders in the sky.
You do a better job than the highwaymen did.
More dancers.
When you're in my hand
And a naked in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm all free from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, out on runway number 9.
Big old 77 said to go.
Over the grass, where the paper never grows. Like a candy freight train, so I missed me on my way. In the early morning rain, yeah, I missed me on my way. In the early morning rain. Thank you guys, I'm gonna ramble. But in Louisiana, and in Texas, and Mississippi, and Alabama, and Tennessee, they go. It's called the West Tennessee Yoga. So this is a West Tennessee song with the West Tennessee Yoga. When I tap on the guitar, 1, 2, that's it. You won't know this song that never got out of Tennessee except in West Arkansas, East Arkansas. It goes like this. Well, bless my soul, won't you wrong with me? I need you like a man on the fuzzhead tree. Friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I need love.
Oh! Almost shook up.
We must work on our timing. Yeah. With my hands shaking, my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think of when you have such love? I mean, love.
Oh!
I'm gonna shoot up. Yeah. Please don't ask me what's on my mind. I believe it was stuff when I was feeling fine. When I met a girl, I love the band. My heart beats so it scares me to death as she touches my hands. I wonder she like got her lips on like a volcano when it's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I mean, love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Thank y'all.
No, right behind the front. The coziest. I behind the.
You know what the front has? The front has only a fan. It has
It only has one
Just a bunch of trees. We're half an hour south of Grand Canyon, climbing from 5,000 feet, give or take, at Williams, Arizona, to 7,000 feet at the south rim of the Grand Canyon. And it has definitely changed in its presentation.
That's right, just have fun.
We'll go to the main lodge.
This video starts our grand tour of the canyon in a tour bus.
A few minutes off of lunch, and that would put us out to the canyon a few minutes earlier still. And we want to save all the time we can, because on a rainy day like today, it's kind of hit or miss.
There's our
We're
car.
gonna hope for the best. But if we get some good views of the canyon, they will be really dramatic. By the way, you guys, I'm Joe. I'm from Utah. I'm a retired truck driver, and when I retired, I had just under 3 million miles professionally, and a lot of those miles, of course, have taken me many times back and forth across this beautiful red rock country that we call the Colorado Plateau. Of course, we're going to be talking a lot about the Colorado Plateau on our tour today, but I just fell in love with this red rock country, and a few years ago I got into the second season at here in Grand Canyon.
We have the right of way.
Now this building over here to the right of us, and the next one that we're about to pass to, this one used to be our barn, our mule barn, but the next one was our carriage house. Now back in the day, everything moved around by horse-drawn carriage, but of course we don't need horse-drawn carriages anymore. So we moved the mule barn from this first building down to this next building we're about to pass. And then, of course, coming up on the right, we'll see the iconic Grand Canyon mules. Almost as iconic as the canyon itself, maybe in some ways. But, you know, we use mules here because they're more sure-footed than a horse. They can see where all four hooves will step in the path below them, and also, generally speaking, they'll be walking on 3 legs at a time, whereas a horse is usually walking on just 2 legs at a time. So they're a little bit more sure-footed that way. Now we are going to be eating lunch at Maswick Rings. Food and drink will go everywhere, so we don't want that happening. Also, when you're done eating lunch, you can just leave your plates right where they are, and that'll save us a couple of minutes right there. They'll have people that come around and bust those plates for us here. So you can just, when you're done eating, just stand up, and if you need to use the bathroom, and don't wait for the last minute to use the bathroom, because the line gets kind of long, and so we don't want anybody to be in the bathroom and miss the bus.
When we made these reservations, I said I was celiac. They said it's buffet style. You'll have no problems up there. I'll tell you what, it sucks. My total lunch was lettuce, rice, and corn on the cob. That's it. Not happy with that facet of this.
Talk about the livery coming up on the right. They do all the mule shoeing in this building, and they build each saddle for every mule custom, and they do that in that building as well. Next building coming up on the right. Now that square-looking building, that used to be the Wrangler housing, but now that's our HR building, and so if I happen to say anything offensive on this tour, you can turn me in right in there. I know my way around that building pretty well for some reason. And then over to the right, when we get past this blue and white bus, look to the right, you'll see a red door building over there. You ladies will want to take particularly close attention to the location of that red door building, because tonight, when your husband calls you needing bail money, that's where you'll pick him up. That's our jail. We have our own jail here. Over on the left, coming up, we have the police station. You know, we have about 2,000 year-round residents here at Grand Canyon Village, and then another 1,000 or 1,500 seasonal employees like myself. And so it's kind of fun to show you guys around the village a little bit. Now, coming up on the right, you'll see our school. We're the only national park that has a K through 12 school right inside of national park boundaries. And that's really fun for the kids because they only go to school Monday through Thursday. So you couple of kids on the bus, if you can talk mom and dad into getting jobs here at Grand Canyon Village, you'll get a 3-day weekend until you graduate. Now these 3 buildings, not this building with the 2 overhead doors, it's the 3 buildings behind that. Yeah, that, and enrollment is capped at 250. Graduating class is usually right around 22 or 23. Last year I think it was 18, so maybe a little bit low.
Our first look at the canyon, clouds, fog, and it would change. It would get denser, would lighten up a little bit, and then get very dense. And it wouldn't be until later in the visit that we can actually see the canyon pretty clear. Our first look at the Grand Canyon from off the bus and looking down at the canyon. We visited the Grand Canyon 76-77 time frame while we were stationed in San Diego on our way to Japan, so this is our second visit to the canyon.
Talked a little bit about the lightning, and that Dragon Bravo fire did in fact start up as a lightning strike, and the officials figured that they could put it out fairly easily at the time, and they just decided to let it burn as a controlled burn for a short period of time. Well, unfortunately, the next morning after they made that decision, the wind changed directions and it picked up dramatically. And before, I mean, it's 4 in the morning, so you can't marshal your forces. Everybody is still in bed. You're calling everybody, hey, get down here, get down here. And before they even knew what happened, that fire had
I'm going to video.
Where's it at again? Oh.
Well, I was looking at this one down here
Oh, that looks like
originally.
that looks like a little house right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Oh yeah, look how it clears up and then goes away.
Where?
Look down here to your left.
Right there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Use your imagination. Kind of looks like a castle, in my opinion. But then I go with Charlie Brown.
Oh, look at
You know what
look at
I see a rock.
look at little something on top.
You know what I see right there? I see an Indian warrior.
Yeah.
Right there.
We were in one of the visitor centers, and because of the weather, it was absolutely jam-packed full and couldn't get any good pictures. But here's what we saw of the canyon from the observation windows. Even with the rain drizzle, the cool damp breeze, we decided to walk outside for a while. I wanted to walk out. We both wanted to walk outside. The visitor center where we wanted to learn things was just simply too crowded. So we got some other pictures. Because of the fog, fog is cloud in contact with ground. Cloud is fog not in contact with ground. However you want to do it. We did get some really nice photos. If it hadn't been for the doe that was in this photo, these photos, I'd delete them. Using a Y, and in railroad spelling it's WYE, which is 3 turnouts and through 5 pieces of track, I think, if I count right. They turned the train around, and the bus dropped us off there. We still had like 25 minutes left, so we found got directions to a souvenir shop. They were wrong. Got directions from that, which was a restaurant, to the souvenir shop by an Army vet, a really nice guy, and got some clear photos of got some good photos of the Grand Canyon. And if you look off to the right on the photos, you'll see the fog portion of the Grand Canyon we were at earlier. Time to board the train. We're going back coach. We're being pulled by an EMD F40, a former Amtrak unit, and the weather is damp. Let it run for about 2 minutes. Take it away from the window a little bit. It'll minimize the drops. We just left the Grand Canyon National Park. We're headed south to Williams, Arizona. It's raining. We're inside. We're dry.
She's been waiting. She keeps speaking over to Caesar putting her foot down.
I toured the train, some of the cars, and this is the Pullman car.
I've learned that a lot of the country western tunes are written by folks that don't necessarily work with cattle, but they live a very similar parallel life. And they find the right places for stories, and the stories of bull riders and ranchers and so on. And the next one, this will be my final tune I'm going to play with you, is one of those. I relate to this one very strongly, despite the fact that I have never and will never get on a bull. Highly unlikely. Never say never, but it's not in my plans. And I think the part about this song that I relate to the most is that for some godforsaken reason, I feel like I spent half my life driving back and forth across West Texas. That comes with the territory. If you're a country singer and you like being on the road, you're just going to go back and forth on I-10 forever. And there's always this moment, it's like a 13-hour drive some of the time getting through Southern.
Earlier you saw the balladeer in our first class coach, who was really good and fun to work with, and I thought I had videos of the balladeer that we had in coach, and unfortunately I don't. He was equally as good and as entertaining, with some really great jokes. And then we had the train robbery.
There's one delay. Defeat the Oakland Raiders after. Yep.
They're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. You better look harder. Why don't you go aft and then start forward?
I don't want no low seat, just go. Wait, not old seat? No, just go.
Got my hands up. Are you supposed to have your hands up?
Go back. That martial arts. That's a different looking kind of phone. You got a zoom on it.
Yeah, I got Zoom, and not only that, it pre-formats wanted posters.
Oh, whew. Stay away from that one. Oh, can't talk about.
There you go.
Sorry, silver
Got
cannon.
it both ways.
That one's nice. I got a silver cannon myself, sir. Hold on with you. That's my favorite. They're going for the marshal. Wait, she got bad stuff. That little one already arrived out?
Didn't we see that earlier?
Go right here. My day keeps getting longer. She might use that as a weapon. She probably should. You're probably.
I like the saddlebag though. That's kind of cool.
Sorry, I got scared.
Tim, give him one.
Now, raise your hand, all right? Now I know. I'm scared of her and she is me. Come on, boys. Good job, Cam. How many were there?
2.5.
Who said 2.5?
I said 2.5.
That's my half of it you're talking about. You know that?
Well, you should get the other half.
3 times it's gonna be a short memory. I know who you're talking about. All right, everybody's okay. Nobody got hurt. So you lost a little money, but you didn't lose your dignity, right? Except this fella right here, he's screaming like a little girl, wouldn't he? It's okay. You can dry the eyes now. I'm gonna catch them. You think they're gonna jump on the train? You think I'm gonna catch them?
Better hurry up.
If they jump off the train, the coyotes and ravens will have dinner. If I catch them, I'm taking them to Yuma, Arizona, and that's Judge Parker down there. And when they get in front of Judge Parker, oh, they're going to be moaning like a constipated bear. They're going to be cussing so vile they'll strip the paint off the church. But it's my job to catch them, and that's what I'm going to do. They went that way? All right. If I catch them, I'll bring it back to you and your house. Okay. All right, here we go.
With her. And after 2 weeks of doing that, they started dating. But of course, they had to keep it a secret because if they got caught, they could be in really big trouble. So they kept it up for quite some time. Of course, he would take her out on dates. They would walk alongside.
With his dog. Woman out with the dog.
Will be open for you to pick up any last minute gifts or souvenirs. And I'd like to remind you to be sure to check the overhead racks around your chairs, under your seats, for any carry-on items you may have brought on board. Hats, coats, camera, cell phones. Oh, and ladies, you gotta take your husbands with you. You cannot leave them on the train. I know, I'm sorry, but that's the rules. Please be
careful stepping off the train. Stay on the depot side of the white line and the yellow chains on the platform for your safety. And for those of you with checked luggage, it'll be available near the east end of the depot. Get checked luggage east in the depot. And if you're staying with us tonight at the Grand Canyon Railway Hotel, your luggage will be in your room. If you're staying in Williams, you can stop by the Grand Canyon Railway Hotel located just north of the depot. Right here northward, there's a lobby and Spencer's Lounge featuring a 19th century bar is open for your enjoyment. You can also ask at the depot ticket counter or hotel desk about any special events that may be happening during your stay in Williams. But drive careful on your way home. Come back and see us real soon, and thank you again for riding the Grand Canyon Railway.
2 miles.
Just the train ride up to the canyon? Yes, we do. Actually, just in a few weeks, we're going to start Polar Express here soon. So we operate that from November to December, and it's a really nice thing to do. So I will decorate all the train cars for you guys. You'll hop on board. You get taken care of by 2 chefs who they still do the singing, they still do the dancing, and yes, they still give you hot chocolate and cookies. So it's a nice little thing. They'll entertain you on the way up. And before I continue on, here comes a magical tunnel. We forgot to take the Christmas lights down. Anyways, so yes, we do run Polar Express, and then on the way back down, you'll do a lot of Christmas caroling, or as we like to call it nowadays, a karaoke session. So it's a really nice thing to do, and if you're lucky enough, you might see me again on there, because sometimes I do work for the big man himself. And then, other than that, we also offer 2 private trains. One of them will take you up to the canyon, and the cool thing about that is you can customize this. You can choose your train cars, and even better, you can even choose your food selection. You can choose to have a bar on board, and even better, you can choose your bartender. So yeah, it's a really fun thing to do, especially if you got a huge family gathering, a wedding, a bachelor party, or if you just happen to have a lot of friends unlike me and all that good stuff. So, and even better, you can choose your locomotive. Do you want our diesel electric to take you up, or do you want our steam engine to take you up? So you have that option as well. And then, other than that, we offer an ultimate Polar Express, which you probably guessed it. It's your own private Polar Express. But instead of being in 1920 folding cars, we're in a luxury parlor car. So it almost feels like you're at home. You get one-on-one time with all the characters. You get a hot cocoa bar. Yeah, hot cocoa bar, and again, you can choose your food selection, your liquor selection, and your bartenders. Really nice thing to do, especially for the families that want to celebrate Christmas all together, so I highly recommend doing that as well. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all we do. There have been a few ideas thrown up in the air, like a murder mystery train, or a stargazing train, or a cheese and wine train for the adults out there. So there are a few ideas. If you have any ideas, I'll let you know how to request for those in a second. But other than that, I know a lot of you are going to get off and you're going to ask me one big question, which was, where should we eat at tonight? And there's plenty of options out there, actually. So 2 of them are pretty much footsteps away from you when you get off the train. So first up, you got the Fred Hardy buffet, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you have a picky eater, take them to the buffet, because you can't go wrong with chicken nuggets and French fries in there, all right? So you can grab as many nuggets you want. But if any of the adults are still feeling adult beverages, go inside the hotel and you got Spencer's Lounge. It's a really nice bar that can whip you up any cocktail, and they got a few snack selections in there as well. And the fun fact about that bar is that bar was brought over piece by piece from New Orleans, Louisiana. So it's a bar with a story to it. So go ahead and check it out. Now, if you're feeling anything like Mexican, American, Italian, Chinese, seafood, Thai, any of that good stuff, go into downtown Williams, and also our restaurant sit right there on Route 66. There's usually 2 of every kind of restaurant out there, so you're bound to find something out there. And if there's one I would recommend, Rod's Steakhouse. You can't go wrong with steak. So this is a restaurant we opened back in 1946. They closed down during COVID, and we actually brought it back to life about a month and a half ago. So it's a really nice place, and all of those beef in there is local. We actually get it from a ranch just north of Prescott, Arizona.
This is a Y.
And if you do happen to go to the bar in Rod's Steakhouse, you might see a girl with orange hair, and her name's Sierra. That's the ball and chain for me. Alright, so if you go see her, say hi, and tell her that you want 20 hot chocolates, and then she'll probably kick you out. But go say hi to Sierra for me. She's going to be working there later tonight. And yeah, and if you don't find anything here, don't worry. 20-30 minutes east of us is Flagstaff, Arizona. So they'll have the bigger chain restaurants like In-N-Out, Chipotle, Five Guys, Texas Roadhouse, Raising Cane's, and all that good stuff. So plenty of food options here. And yeah. Other than that, there's one of two ways of doing this thing. So one, you can wait until later tonight or early tomorrow morning. You'll get an email from us and you'll click on that link. Or two, right behind or right next to my water canister there's a QR code. If you scan that QR code, you'll press on the link and that will take you to our review site. And this is where I say, leave us a review. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, because fun fact, we read the reviews. We've done a lot of changes throughout this train because we're reading the reviews on what you like and what you don't like. I also read the reviews, that way I know which dad jokes I should and shouldn't tell anymore. But yeah, let us know what you like, what you didn't like. If you have any ideas on special event trains, that's your opportunity right there. So let us know what you liked and what you didn't like. That way when you come back, all the kinks are already ironed out for you. So yeah, let us know how we did, what you liked, what you didn't like, and all that good stuff. And yeah, other than that, this part of the trip is going to get a little bumpy again, so I do ask that you stay seated. I'll let you know when it's safe to get up and get out. When I open that back door and I shout, we're good to go, and then you guys follow me on out. But make sure you got everything, your phone, your wallet, your keys, your jewelry, knickknacks, your children, and your husbands. Make sure you take them off this train. Anyone left on the train will be working on the Polar Express with no pay, so make sure you take them off with you. And yeah, other than that, I usually never finish this quick, so how about I entertain you with a few more dad jokes?
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, the silence is deafening back there. Alright, so we're gonna do it anyway. So here's a quick speed round, alright?
Okay.
What do you call a cow with 3 legs? Tri-tip. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Lean beef. What do you call a cow with 1 leg? Steak. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. What do you call a cow that's in an earthquake? Milkshake. What do you call a cow that can't produce milk? Milk dud. What do you call a cow that jumped over a barbed wire fence? Another disaster. What do you call a cow that just gave birth? Decaffeinated. And then last but not least, what does a cow sound like going 100 miles an hour? Okay, there's all the laughter I needed. You guys are a little quiet back there. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Again, just stay seated until I say it's safe to do so. But other than that, with that being said, folks, if you guys enjoyed, my name is Javon, and this is the Grand Canyon Railway. If you didn't, my name is Tom Hanks, and this is the Polar Express. Thank you, everybody. Also, I forgot to mention, thank you for being patient with me running between 2 cars. This is not a common occurrence, but thank you for being patient.
How do you know that?
Good job.
Oh, thanks.
That's why you didn't get it. I mean, you think What is that? That's a jacket. Yeah.
This is a long train.
All right, time to say.
Just
This is a long train, and we are in the station, obviously.
Oh my god, now.
And we're stopped. So this is our ride on the Grand Canyon Railroad from Williams, Arizona to the southern rim of the Grand Canyon and back. It is a full day event. It's a 2.5, 3 hour ride up, I'm just guessing, and then 2.5 hours of touring the canyon, and then the time back. It is entertaining, it is fun. The weather was not great, but the answer is that was the weather. I mean, what are you going to do? It did give us some majestic shots, as you saw, in my opinion anyways. I wish we could have seen the canyon a little bit better. The food, because of gluten allergies, and they do not address allergies at all. We asked the attendant at the restaurant, hey, I've got celiac, and the guy just pointed at the buffet and just shoved us down the line, didn't say a word. So other than that, this was a fantastic ride, and really enjoyed it, and we will probably never do it again. I will tell you that they warn you on the train, do not take the free buses at the park, because if the bus is full, they won't pick you up at a stop, and if you don't get back to the train in time, the train's leaving, and then you're stuck because your ticket's only valid on the train you bought it for. And an Uber or Lyft ride from the Grand Canyon back to Williams, Arizona has got to be expensive. So whatever. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in another one. This was an enjoyable tour.